A natural disaster has once again devastated Haiti, a country that is yet to recover from the massive earthquake of 2010. That quake killed hundreds of thousands and displaced 1.5 million people, inspiring many to action. Obama wanted to help. Sean Penn wanted to help. Even I donated $10 via text. Billions of dollars of international aid poured in.
To the people of Haiti, in this, your hour of greatest need, America stands with you. So today you must know that help is arriving.
Good to go, right? Wrong. 6 years later, tens of thousands of Haitians still lived in tent encampments even before this latest hurricane hit. And Haiti remains the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, completely dependent on the more than 10,000 NGOs that operate there. With so much aid pouring in from the U.S. and abroad, where did things go wrong? As of 2014, the U.S. had distributed a majority of its promised funds to Haiti, half of which were given to USAID. But here's the thing. Most of that USAID money went to American contractors hired to do work in Haiti rather than Haitians themselves. That means a lot of that money paid for American salaries, supplies, and travel, leaving little for actual rebuilding. The same could be said for other relief organizations like the Red Cross, which collected nearly $500 million in donations, much of that from $10 text message pledges by American citizens. But the Red Cross refused to provide a breakdown of detailed costs, and it's not clear where all that money actually ended up. Which leads us to reason 2. Both the Red Cross and USAID had trouble fulfilling promises to build permanent housing. The Red Cross claimed to have provided housing for more than 130,000 people. But the number of permanent homes they actually ended up building? 6. Both organizations say they were denied land right contracts from the Haitian government, which is a whole other roadblock to recovery in itself. And then there's those who see potential profits in others' devastation. One case was the development of the Caracol Industrial Park in northern Haiti, a $300 million project funded in part by the Clinton Foundation.
And we believe that our work here in Haiti and here in the north is beginning to show results.
The project was supposed to create 60,000 to 100,000 new Haitian jobs, but the actual number of jobs it created? 5,479. Oh, and these weren't meaningful skills for rebuilding the country. They were garment factory jobs, like stitching underwear for Target. For years, Haiti has been largely reliant on international aid for food, vaccinations, clean water, and shelter. Its ineffective and corrupt government has failed to invest in education, medical clinics, and self-sustaining infrastructure. And it has a long history of election interference by none other than the United States. Haiti's last president, Michel Sweet Mickey Martelly, a former pop singer, only gained presidency after the U.S. got involved. And it doesn't help that Haiti's had an interim president since February, and elections have already been delayed for nearly a year. When it comes to helping out our poorest neighbor, the U.S. screwed up big time. So what will it actually take to help Haiti get back on its own 2 feet?